noisiest 3 days in golf.
Bring the noise!
And get behind Team Europe.
Bring the noise!
The Ryder Cup.
Hello and welcome to the Ryder Cup Show. Today is Saturday, the 27th of September. It is day 2 of the Ryder Cup. Well, it has been a very exciting day today. It has been really exciting from the four balls and the foursomes in the afternoon. Well, Europe are well on track to retain their Ryder Cup after taking a 10-6 lead after Saturday's foursomes matches at Gleneagles. After losing the four balls 2.5 to 1.5 for the second straight day, Paul McGinley's side hit back to win 3 of the foursome clashes and have another. The pairings of Jamie Donaldson and Lee Westwood, Victor Dubshin and Graham McDowell, and Sergio Garcia and Rory McIlroy all clinched victories in their matches. The USA looked like they would take at least a point from the afternoon session, but the rookery partnership of Jordan Spieth and Patrick Reed blew the last hole lead and had to settle for a half against Justin Rose and Martin Kaymer. Europe only need 4 points from Sunday's 12 singles matches to retain the trophy, although the USA will still have their hopes of a comeback given they surrendered an identical lead 2 years ago at the Medalla. More to come later tomorrow. Yes, well, it is Europe 10, USA 6. Let's have a look and see what the four balls and foursomes teams were and who won which. Yes, so as you all know, it's 10-6 now to Europe. They're increasing their lead by 4 points after day 2. A very exciting day it was after the foursomes went Europe's way, after the four balls didn't, as we'll see now coming up on our screen. Yes, as you can see now coming up on your screen, the foursomes, Donaldson and Lee Westwood from Europe won theirs 2-1 at Zach Johnson and Kuchar for America. Then it was all square between Kaymer and Rose, and Spieth and Reed on the American. Then the other 2 matches went to Europe. Garcia and Rory won their match finally, 3-2 against Furyk and Mahan. 5-4, Dubson and McDowell won their match against Walker and Fowler. Now for the four balls, which were in the morning. Rose and Stenson won theirs 3-2 against Bubba Watson and Kuchar. Then the American couple, Furyk and Mahan, won theirs 4-3 against Donaldson and Lee Westwood. Forged and Kaymer then lost 5-3 to Reed and Spieth, and then it was all square between Rory McIlroy and Poulter and Walker and Fowler. So a very interesting day 2 there. So it's going to be very interesting tomorrow to see if America can come back from their 4-point deficit against Europe, or will Europe stretch that lead more as the singles take place? It's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Remember, I will have a report for you on the golf course just in the middle of the singles at about 11 o'clock or before then, and then I'll have a big party to see who wins after the Sunday singles. So I hope that you have been enjoying my reports so far, and I hope to see you tomorrow as we count down to see who will take this year's Ryder Cup at the Gleneagles. Very interesting pairings and some great information there down in my back garden. Well, it's been a very interesting day at the Gleneagles, and it's been a very every Ryder Cup so far has been a brilliant Ryder Cup. Very exciting, like the 2012 Miracle of the Medaya I showed you yesterday, and other times where the Paul McGinley was in it, and lots of different golfers too. Right, so I'm in my back garden here, and you have no pressure really playing the golf. But at the Ryder Cup, there must be some pressure, as tons and as thousands of fans are watching you perform, and you are holding the Europe hands and all America hands in your hands. So it must be a lot of pressure to hold. And it's a very exciting Ryder Cup. I don't really watch very much golf tournaments, but most people now will watch the Ryder Cup for its exciting play. So, me and my mad dog are going to go back, and we're going to keep watching the Ryder Cup. See who wins this year in the Ryder Cup. Remember, stay tuned. The third and final day will be tomorrow at the Ryder Cup. And a great shot there. Well, not a great shot. And a very mad dog in the background. Well, I have to leave it there, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. I'll talk to you again at about before 11 o'clock anyway. I'll have a little news flash like I did today, and at the very end I'll have a little party. So I hope you can join me tomorrow. Until tomorrow, I hope you have a good sleep, because you'll be up tomorrow to see who wins this year's Ryder Cup. Remember, you can drop us a comment below to tell us who you think is going to win this year's Ryder Cup, and who has impressed you the most so far in this year's Ryder Cup. Tomorrow is Sunday, tomorrow is day 3, tomorrow is the final day of the Ryder Cup.
I am Francisco Vasquez Garcia. I am welcome to Almeria. And we have Singas and Can Leche. We have Fiesta and Faria. We have the song of the Chinchona.